Hello, guys. Thank you for this interview.
We'll take our first question from Gabriel Gonzalez with Cageside Press. Your line is open.
Hello, Dusko. How are you?
Hello, Gabriel. I'm very good. Thanks for asking.
I know it took a while for you to finally make your UFC debut last year. Is it safe to say you want to be more active in 2021?
Yeah, it definitely was a long trip to my debut. Unfortunately, due to COVID and everything, But definitely, I would definitely like to be more active in 2021. As long as I'm healthy and I can prepare, I get enough time to prepare and just give my maximum. I'm down for it. I'd like to have at least 2 or 3 fights in 2021. That would be great.
I've been following your Instagram. You look like you're enjoying Fight Island. You're getting a lot of time by the pool. You look very relaxed. How would you describe the emotions for this fight and this week?
Yeah, definitely enjoying here at Fight Island in Abu Dhabi. It's great experience, and I was definitely looking forward coming here when I got the information that the whole event is going to take place on Fight Island. I was definitely delighted, and I love it here. It's very nice, warm, and the staff at W Hotel is really great. The whole organization and treatment that fighters get is also top notch. So I'm definitely enjoying my time here and making the most of it.
People are obviously talking a lot. You're undefeated. He's undefeated. You're on this great win streak. Some fighters talk about this. Do you feel pressure every fight to keep that zero and stay undefeated?
Well, it's my goal definitely to stay undefeated throughout my whole career, and there is always pressure, even when I was 1-0, 2-0, 3-0, 10-0. There is always, a bit of pressure that you feel, but that never goes away. You just learn how to deal with that, and I believe I'm dealing with that pressure pretty well. I have just learned to cope with it and just to control my thoughts, and I'm in control at the end of the day of my thoughts and my body, and I pick what to think. So that I don't let it to pressure me that much and to influence my preparation or my performance at the fight itself. So I think I have pretty good control over it, and it doesn't affect me that much.
Hey, thank you, Dusko. Good luck.
Thank you very much, Gabriel.
We'll go next to Omar Mert with S Sport. Your line is open.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello, Dusko. How are you?
Hello, Omar. I'm very good. Thanks for asking. How have you been?
Dusko, how does it feel to be an undefeated fighter?
Well, it feels great, and I'll do all in my power to make it remain that way.
Okay. What do you think about your opponent? What plan did you prepare against him on
Well,
Saturday?
that I can't tell you exactly, but yeah, I think he's very, very good opponent, very dangerous guy, definitely, and he's undefeated for a reason actually, and yeah, I'm definitely thinking that he's very good, and he has a big wrestling background, as I understood that he wrestled in college, so that's pretty big for a fighter to have, and also in his fights he showcased his striking, which is very dangerous, his striking style that is very dangerous. So yeah, I respect him very much, and I believe he's going to be a tough opponent, and it's gonna be a good combat, good contest.
My last question, Dusko, you are from Serbia. Do you know any promising talent from Serbia?
There are plenty of talent that are down the road UFC material and that are right now UFC material. We have a lot of professional fighters in our gym back in Belgrade in Sekutor Academy. We have lots of guys that are definitely UFC material that have sort of, with my success, came to our club, and you know they seen the potential that my club has, that my coach Jovan Milicevic and Alexander Milicevic have, their knowledge as well. And I think anyone who really wants to make something out of their MMA career, who wants to down the line do something big, something serious, I think that they definitely should come to our gym, because we have results, we have the, let's say now, even a pattern of preparations for the big fights. And I believe that in a couple of years there will be a lot more people coming from Serbia to the UFC. And I think that even now lots of them have big potential, and in a couple of years you'll see there will be a lot of young recruits from Serbia, and not just Serbia, the whole region, whole Balkans is stacked with potential and good fighters.
Okay, thank you, Dusko. Good luck on Saturday.
Thank you very much, Omar. Bye.
We'll take our final questions from Cote Cruz with Ford1 MMA. Your line is open.
Hello, Dusko. How you doing?
Hello, Cote. Very good. Thanks for asking. How you been?
I've been fantastic. Thank you for your time with us today.
Yeah, sure.
You made your UFC debut in impressive fashion, but your first fight was in the context of a pandemic, so there were no audience in the stands. Now, for the first time in a long time, there will be screaming in the stands again. How was your experience in that fight, and what do you think of the return of the fans to the show?
Well, definitely, it's a much better experience, to say at least, when you have the fans and when there's a crowd for this particular event, and also the whole series of events that are going to take place on Fight Island. There's going to be a limit of 2,000 people, I think. So, yeah, it's not really what we used to, but I think it's a step in a good way, and definitely it's going to be a better experience for fighters, for people who are watching it, even for people who are watching it on their TVs. So it's going to be great. I have myself had the opportunity to once be on a UFC event in Zagreb a couple years back, and the arena was sold out. It was full, and just the experience of the energy from the crowd and everything, it was amazing. It was just great. So yeah, can't wait when the whole crowd when it will be safe for the whole crowd to come back to watch in live. But yeah, it's definitely a step in the right direction.
Yeah, I guess we're all waiting for that to happen, the fans coming back in massive numbers. Well, you're undefeated, and you're undoubtedly one of the most promising and dangerous up-and-coming fighters at 185. Could you talk to me about who you draw inspiration from in your career? What fuels your current pursuit?
Well, for me, the inspiration, the fuel, it's just purely love for the sport and the competitiveness I have in myself. So, this sport in particular is not something that you can do for 10 years and say you've learned it all. It's, even if you had 2 or 3 lives and spend them on learning and training MMA and Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and everything that comes with it, you'll never be at 100%. You will never learn it all. So I definitely love training, love learning new stuff, and that's what, let's say, drives me of being better every day, of improving and staying on the mats, And definitely when you mix competitiveness, when you put competitiveness in the mix, it's just a recipe for success, in my opinion. So yeah, definitely those two things are very important.
Well, you fought last October while Soriano's last fight was in December 2019. Do you think being more active than him will play an important role in this fight?
Well, I've had maybe, yeah, also more than a year layoff myself. So I've said it before, I don't think that the layoff itself is gonna impact that much on his performance or anyone's performance in that matter. As long as you are staying in a gym, as long as you're working, there's no reason for that to impact your performance, in my opinion. And I think he's been training, and I think that he was definitely on mats and improving. So there's no reason for me to think that he'll be more or less ready because of the long layoffs. You know, I've had in my career once, first time was like more than a year and a half layoff between fights, and then after that a year or more between my last fight and at Contender Series and fight in October. So that don't have to mean anything, in my opinion, as long as you're training and staying ready.
Well, you're the only fighter who's finished Michel Pereira, which shows us that you've already faced highly touted competition. What's your opinion on the current landscape of the middleweight division, and how many fights do you think you'll need to get into the rankings?
Yeah, my team and I definitely had good tactics against Michel Pereira, and were able to capitalize on that pretty fast in round one and get a finish. And as far as the rankings go, and me going through the rankings, UFC's middleweight division is, I think you'll agree, pretty much stacked with potentials and talents right now. So I don't expect to do 1, 2, 3 fights and then be called in top 15. You know, I think I'm gonna have to earn my place there, and it's gonna take some time. But you know, I'm not in a hurry or in a rush. I'm gonna take my time, fight at a fight, and I believe that in maybe year or two, I will be in top 15, top 10 ranked fighter.
Well, Dana White, the big boss man, highlighted your fight as one of the most exciting on the card. How do you feel about this, and how motivated are you knowing that in your second fight, they already have their eyes on you?
Yeah, it was definitely a surprise when I saw on my phone that Dana, in his, if you don't know now, you know, series, he highlighted Punahele and me as the, you know, exciting fight for fans to watch. So yeah, I'm definitely glad that my success and my hard work is recognized by the big boss, you know, and the matchmakers and everybody. So yeah, it definitely feels good to know that.
Well, final question from me. You currently train at Sekitor MMA with its founder, Jovan Milicevic. Do you have any plans to train simultaneously in a high-performance gym in the United States?
Well, it's for a long time been my dream and my coach's dream to prove everybody that you can train in Serbia, you can train in Belgrade, Serbia, and come to the UFC. It was a bit hard to believe that at the beginning, but we proved that it can be done, that you can be a successful fighter and compete at the highest level from Belgrade, Serbia, you know. So we wanna, you know, come to some high level and attract more and more Serbian guys to come to our gym, and to also share that dream with us. You know, we want to prove that you don't have to go to some fancy camp or, you know, where everybody's training, to go over the border and to train there because you've seen someone on Instagram training there, and you think that that alone will improve your game by some crazy amount. I think the most important thing in a fighter's career is his coach, who he spends the most time with. You know, for me, it's that coach is Johan Milicevic, and he knows everything about me. You know, he knows how I breathe, basically. You know, he knows when I come to training, if I'm feeling good or bad, if I have or have not the energy for some stuff, so he can, you know, put the tempo just right for me to improve and to be better. So I think lots of fighters kind of don't think about that. They always think about sparring partners and, you know, just sparring. But I think the most important person in a fighter's career is his coach, and me and my coach, we want to prove that you can be a successful UFC fighter training and coming out of Belgrade, Serbia. So that's a goal for me.
That's a pretty nice goal to have, Dusko.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for your time. Best of luck on your fight this Saturday.
Thank you very much. Bye-bye.
All right, thank you very much, Dusko.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
And we will be joined next by UFC welterweight Li Jingliang.